Have you ever been in a relationship and you feel like you're giving it your all, but for some reason it just feels like something's missing? You're expressing love in the way that feels right, but for some reason your partner isn't receiving it that way. Okay, the problem isn't love itself. It's actually the way we communicate it. And unfortunately, most couples don't even realize they're not speaking the same language. Imagine pouring your heart out to somebody in English only to find out that they only are fluent in French. So that is exactly what happens when your love languages don't align. So how this plays out is one partner might shower their partner with gifts, thinking that they're going to feel loved if I do this. And really, their love language is quality time together. And so if you're just showering with gifts and not giving quality time, you're not speaking the same language. And what does that mean? It means that the partner that's receiving all of the gifts that you think should be feeling loved actually feels ignored. This disconnect is completely frustrating, and I get it. It's actually the silent killer of intimacy. And if you don't do something about it, it could ruin your relationship. Dr. Gary Chapman actually discovered what he thinks are 5 distinct love languages. They are words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. Here's why it's important. Understanding our own love language is great. However, typically speaking, we make the mistake of giving to our partner that which we wish we were going to receive. So if our love language is physical touch, we end up touching our partner all of the time, not realizing that their love language may be acts of service, quality time, receiving gifts, whatever, but they don't align. And so we end up giving the other person what we're hoping to receive, thinking that we're showing them and pouring love on them when we're actually not doing that at all. So it's critical that we in fact give our partner what they need, not give our partners what we need. We need to express what we need to our partners, and then we need to give them what they need. If you already know what your love language is, please let me know in the comments what it is, because I'd like to see how the different 5 love languages pan out as far as number of people who have each different one. The moment that you figure out what your partner needs and you're able to give it to them is the moment your relationship shifts and everything changes, because you're able to give your partner exactly what they need at exactly the right time. It's going to feel like you have cracked the code to an awesome relationship, because you end up loving them the way they need to be loved. And here's the amazing part is when they're doing that to you, you finally feel seen, heard, understood, and loved completely for yourself. And you're able to give that to your partner. And that is because love isn't just about the feeling we get, but it's about the feeling we give to our partners as well. So it's critical that you find out what your love language is and what your partner's love language is. A key thing to remember here is that we all experience wanting all 5, but we have a primary one that is the most important to us. Okay, we all like words of affirmation, but that may not be our primary love language. We all like to receive gifts, but it may not be our primary love language. So finding out what the primary one is doesn't mean that that works all of the time in every situation. It just means that you have the ability to connect with your partner on a more regular basis, giving them what they need more often. Remember at the beginning of this video when I said you're doing everything you believe to be right and it still feels like something's missing? It's not that anything's missing. It's that your love is being lost in translation. And so once you figure out what it is that you need to give to your partner, you're able to do it in a way that takes much less effort, but grants you much higher. You get much more credit for doing much less. I don't know how else to explain it. You end up just doing for them what they need without having to do all of the extra stuff that you're trying to play catch up on, because it feels like they never really feel loved by you, even though you continually pour your heart into them. So here's my question for you. Do you know what your love language is? And if you don't, how would you like to find out what it is? I have an assessment that I'm gonna happily give to you for free. Figure out what your love language is, have your partner figure out what theirs is, and all I ask in return is that you put in the comments what your love language or primary love language is so that we can find out together how all of us kind of shake out into the 5 different love languages. Find the link to that assessment in the description below. Like and subscribe if you want to, and share this video with somebody you think this might help. Thanks for watching, and until next time, be happy.